From Wayne to Wallingford and throughout the world, it's Saturday, which means it's time for Monsoon Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Monsoon Mysick, and we are coming to you live atop beautiful Lancaster Avenue right here in downtown Wayne, PA. Our music today is provided to us by Doctor Who. The Doctor returns this fall with brand new episodes right there on BBC America. Well, folks, hope you've had a great week. If you haven't, sorry, it's been one of those crazy weeks. Today on the show, we're going to cover the Supreme Court. We're going to cover the weather. We're going to talk a little bit about the Phillies, their coach stepping down after all the losses. We're going to cover the state of the Phillies baseball on another show. This one, we're focusing more on the weather because that was the issue of the week around here. And then towards the end of our broadcast, we will talk about the Supreme Court as the U.S. entered a new era. It has been a new era here. And of course, I had to pull out my old constitutional binder as well for that. But first, let's get to the all-important weather forecast from the Monsoon Live Weather Center. And at approximately 10:30 today, it is raining outside our beautiful window overlooking Wayne. But let's get right to it. A flood watch is in effect now for the tri-state area due to the fact that we will be getting about 2 inches or more of rain with this next system. So today, rain likely, then thunderstorms developing after 1 o'clock. Some of the storms will produce downpours and possible lightning and hail. Keep your eye to the sky. And if you don't have to go outside, just stay inside, grab a hoagie from Wawa. Yes, I'm going to plug Wawa in because it's Hoagie Fest, and I work there. But you can take a look at that as well. So just grab a pizza. I know a couple great places in Wayne. Hook us up, but we'll let you know. But the temperature will be 73 with rain. Tonight, rain, thunderstorms continuing, gusty winds, obviously, and that'll be a low of 66. Tomorrow, Sunday, are we going to see the sun? Maybe. Showers in the morning before 2 o'clock as the system moves out. High of 79. And the week ahead, everyone's worried. It's the big weekend. My calendar's going to change to July. July 4th is coming up. Let's give you a little preview of it. It looks like sunny skies for Monday and Tuesday with a chance of storms developing on all the days. And 4th of July looks like storms in the morning, then good weather for the 4th. We'll keep you posted on that if anything changes. But let's talk about the weather. Holy cow. If you were in Delaware County and Chester County on Tuesday, or even New Jersey, let's talk about New Jersey as well. New Jersey got hit too with some major storms, 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. And, it's been one of those weeks where we were posting on the Facebook. I'm still working on, I'm trying to understand the dynamics of posting it on the Monsoon Live site. We're going to work on that today. We got a meeting with some folks about that and how we can improve our connections for you guys. Let me tell you the experience I had. And then let's get first to the numbers because everybody wants to know what's the latest. Pico Energy, Delaware County, still has out of the 245,000 people affected service, only 1,935,000 are affected. Hardest hit area was Brookhaven, where I used to live and where the old place here used to be. At the height of the storm, they served 4,100 customers. At the height of the storm, 3,990 people had no power. As of right now, as of 10:30, that number is 112. Hats off to the Pico and PNG, everybody who works, cell phone people, Comcast, Verizon, everybody who's working to restore power, cable, cell phones. Thank you, because you're out there all night working 24/7. The guys who are cutting down trees, thank you. You don't get that much around here. Let's pull up Chester County real quick. I have their site. It's nice to be able to do this live. Out of the over 214,000 people, 354 customers are affected. They're most centered in East Bradford County, which had 34. And again, at the height of the storm, and Thornberry Township. I know parts of Route 1 are still closed. There's still some traffic issues. But these storms came in fast. This thing was clocked about 50 miles an hour. And the storm just blew through, caused straight line wind damage. We had a possible tornado warning issued for Malvern. One of our guys, one of my friends, Jeff Cope, actually alerted us, and we posted that real quick on my Facebook. So if you're not friends with me, look up Jeffrey Mycek, JEFFERYMYCEK. If you want the personal, like get the quick update, or go into the Monsoon Live Facebook site as well. We're going to really start actively pinging that more. We're also creating a Twitter site as well for Monsoon Live as well. And I'm also on Snapchat at jmycek83. I'm hearing some rumbles of thunder already outside, so we know the storms are here. But my experience was I was running down the Wallingford as part of my plan. I grabbed all my gear. Right as I got to what is called Cedar Road, right where, not Cedar, Walnut and Harvey, I saw the sky green. And then the hit. It was like being hit with a freight train almost. It was just a feeling of it. Like that. And that was the storm's first winds. As soon as I got inside, the rains hit. We lost power, multiple power problems in Nether Providence. It was rough. Thanks to Pastor Chuck, Hare, and Ryan, they were able to get me home. But we saw the damage. Straight line. We saw huge freaking trees. I'll get to this. Huge freaking trees crash down on buildings, on power lines. It was horrible. By the way, God bless Starbucks. Bing! As I make a comment about Starbucks. It was freaking wicked. Really rough on that one. So, glad no reported injuries. New Jersey was in the same boat. Heavy damage in Bedford and all that. And to those who have lost power, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Hopefully you get power up. They're saying by the weekend this will all be over. Who knows with these storms. So that was the weather. I mean, the weather was wicked. I mean, freaking wicked. We're gonna transition from the weather to what's going on politically. Some big announcements. Bobby Jimnall announced his candidacy for the Republican nomination in 2016, joining the crowded field. And it was reported that next week, New Jersey's Governor Chris Christie will enter the field of the political race as well. So, 2016 heating up. Yeah. As I'm getting a comment, I get a quick make a sign note. Folks in Brookhaven. So we're transitioning from the political stuff. I guess I should describe this. This is just a burn. If anybody wants to know, I burned my hand. I was at work. Quick burn. It doesn't hurt. See, it doesn't hurt. Sorry. Okay. There's somebody here that we're having a good time. We're laughing. Okay. Anyway, let's moving on. Let's talk about the Supreme Court. We are at the end of the term of the Supreme Court. Those of you who do not know, I'm going to pull this out. Ta-da! Our Constitution. It is under Article 3 that the Supreme Court comes together, and it is Article 3. Comes together to basically announce what they've decided for the term. They hear the cases, and then they present their opinions to the world, and it changes everything. What I'm about to state is strictly most of it's going to be facts. I'll tell you what I'm saying, my opinion. So, first off, Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, whatever you want to call it. I call it Obamacare, so does the president now. The federal tax credit for Americans, this was a key provision in the case, was ruled 6-3 in favor. Obamacare survives. Gay marriage, 5-4 opinion. Gay marriage is legal in all 50 states and all territories of the United States. When I say territories, we do have territories like Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and I think, Philippines are known by us. I don't know. Guam, who knows? Legal across the board. So, those were the two landmark cases. Now, let's get into the opinion mode a little bit. Let's talk about the Obamacare thing. Folks, it's the law of the land. It's going to stay the law of the land, ladies and gentlemen. Obamacare is the law until the next president and Congress hashes all this stuff out. That's 2016. Keep it at bay. But for right now, it is the law of the land. You need health care. You got to do that. So that is the Obamacare ruling. Obamacare survives this term, which means there's no more court cases on Obamacare till probably next year in 2016. So we'll have to watch that. Marriage. 5-4, the big thing that I'm getting out of this issue is where the majority was doing it. It was all the liberal judges, all the judges that are more leaning liberal, and Anthony Kennedy. Kennedy wrote, and this is, by the way, this is courtesy of all the news sources that we listen. This is the news sources saying this. This is Anthony Kennedy. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than once were. This is, again, Justice Kennedy's quoting. Their hope is not to be condemned to live in loneliness, excluded from one civilization's oldest institution. They ask for equality in the eyes of the law. The law of the land, Constitution. Because we're going to get to this. The Constitution grants them that right. Now, Scalia Court, it threatens American democracy. Today decrees no immense personnel, but what really astounds the habeas reflects in today's justice. Justice Roberts, the Chief Justice, again, quote, this is the dissenting, this is against gay marriage, wrote the following. This decision has nothing to do with nothing to do with the Constitution. If you're among the many Americans of whatever sexual orientation for favor of expanding same-sex marriage, by all means celebrate today's decision. Celebrate achievement of desired goal. Celebrate the opportunity for new expansion of commitment to a partner. Celebrate the ability of new benefits, but do not celebrate the Constitution. It had nothing to do with it. Going through all of this, they're using the 14th Amendment, which states, all persons born of natural in the United States are subjected to jurisdictions, therefore, of citizens of the United States, and regardless, you can read Amendment 14. They're basing it off that. Folks, it is the law. What this means, I mean, everyone's asking, well, Jeff, you're a Christian. What does it mean for the Christian community? All of this. It's still being sorted out. It's going to be based on the denomination of your faith. It's a very interesting issue. There's going to be more cases challenging because we have discrimination laws. We have all those laws that are still in the Supreme Court, that it's going to end back up in the Supreme Court. Folks that I've talked to, some of my friends who are gay, who are openly gay, have clearly said they only want the benefits that a straight person has. It's marriage. Okay? We do understand that in the biblical contents, right here, this is the Bible, see, says marriage between a man and a woman. The court ruled on the Constitution, because according to the Constitution, I handwrote this, according to the Constitution, it's all freedoms. Like, we're protected by certain freedoms and certain rights. That's the ruling that the five justices said. It's on the Constitution. It's not the religious side. So this is based on the Constitution. We're still going through all that. We're still reading. I'm still reading the opinion, and I'm reading what the Constitution says. We will be doing a special on gay marriage at another date. We're going to deal with this. We're going to talk about this in an open talk. So you can tune in for that. That'll probably be in the middle of July. Now, that is it on the Supreme Court. If I've offended you, I apologize. I'm just stating that the justices ruled on this. Quick program note, because we're running out of time today. Next week is our 4th of July special. It's a little different. There is no weather, but it is called America's Birthday, a look at key events that define America. But for now, we hope you have a great week. We'll see you for our 4th of July special. We will be doing our Supreme Court special next. It's a new thing for Monsoon Live audience. But for now, I am Jeffrey Monsoon Mysick. Y'all have a great week. Later, from Wayne. Bye-bye.